Hello, welcome back to my YT channel. This is again, I'm a singer tuner voice. So let's do vlogging regarding ionic compound, right? So this is our topic for today, okay? Ionic compound. So I will arrange first my screen and monitor, something like that. Okay, it's already good. Can you see me? Oh my god. Okay. Right, so ionic compound, specific topic for today. Okay. Ionic, can you see? Ionic compound. Oh. Okay. So before going further, we need to investigate first the terminologies involved in this topic. We have the ion and we have the compound. So, what do you mean by an ion? Okay, when does an ion can be generated and can be produced? Okay, so when you mean of ion, that is a positively charged ion and a negatively charged ion. Okay, I'll put that here, right? So, ions, two types. Okay, positively charged ion. You can also take note in your blank sheet of paper as your guidance also for this vlog. This will serve as your guidance. Okay? So, positively charged ion. Or we can say only positively charged because we write already the ions, right? And then we have negatively charged ions. Okay? Like that. Now we need to know the specific terminology, what is positively charged and what is also negatively charged. So positively charged is known as cation. Okay, cation. So your identification is you need only to add a cat, an animal like a cat, and then plus ion in your memorization. Okay, so that's only an identification. I will need to add an animal, cat, plus ion. So cat ion. Oh, this is positively charged ion, like that. So that it will help for your easy and quick memorization technique. Okay, I have also negatively charged. Okay, like this. An ion. Oh my god, it's very easy. I have only to put an plus ion. So what is an an? An is a linking verb in English, the same as a. Okay, for example, Pedro ate, or let's say, Pedro eat an apple. Okay, you will never say, Pedro ate an apple. So that it will become wrong grammar, right? So this is a linking verb. Okay, after eat, you have to put an, referring to the noun apple. So that is an. So this is used to link the verb. Okay? And for example, Sotero eat an apple. I will never say Sotero eat an apple. Wrong grammar. So the an is used to link the verb. It's a linking verb. So to understand the negatively charged an ion, you have to put only an plus ion for your memorization technique. Okay? So an ion, in case you will forget. Okay? So that is my technique when I was in high school up to now. So that even though you will be turning 50 years old, 60 years old, 70 years old, you still know what is a cation and an ion until your last breath. Oh, okay? So that will mean it will be engraved in your brain cells and time will be no longer dependent for that. Independent of time. Okay? As you grow older. So if you really understand and engraved in your brain cells, it will never be forgotten. You get the point? So this is now we call stock knowledge and acquired knowledge. Okay? And then your Google search will be only just to prove and just to confirm, but you have already the stock knowledge in your brain cells. Okay, so that will be very important. Okay, and these are the ions. Okay, You write that in your blank sheet of paper, and then when does an ions can be produced? Okay, it can be produced, guys, during dissociation, okay, or ionization process or reaction that starts with a compound. For example, okay, let's go to the basic example for this ionic compound. Let's say sodium hydroxide. Okay? Sodium hydroxide, mga palangga, is the table salt we have in our kitchen to put that to our food like that so that it will taste good, right? Okay, salt, table salt. Table salt, or simply salt. Okay, it doesn't matter. But we mean a table salt because this is the salt that is very good to put in our food menu. Okay, because there's a lot of salts, sodium sulfate, and these are not good salts. It's poisonous salts. It can create abdominal pain, like that, whatever. So we refer to the table salt. Sorry, guys. I know my tongue will be twirled because I'm a Cebuano. Okay. You got the point? Something like that. So we prefer to speak in English rather than Tagalog. Okay? This vlogging is really Bislish, Bisaya plus English. Okay? It's not Taglish. Okay? You get the point? Okay, that's gonna be like that. So table salt, sodium chloride. Okay? And then we have also sodium hydroxide. By the way, guys, I spoke sodium hydroxide. Salt? No, it's not. The sodium chloride is a salt. O, diba? Okay, so as much as we can correct immediately what's been said and what's been expressed in a statement. Para hindi po tayo lutang, hindi tayo tatawagin na lutang. Okay, something like that. Okay, so again, the rule of thumb is to listen what we expressed so that we can correct that immediately. Okay, for example, like me, I'm an ordinary individual, but it happens that I am an engineer. Okay, I'm invited to a certain, forum, symposium, or meeting, or training, or whatever, right? Then I have a chance to speak up, to give, brief, training or whatever, and then I need to listen what I am talking because it's public, and I need to scrutinize every word comes out from my mouth, something like that. Okay, you have to think before you speak because it is a public speech, and you have to be extra careful because every word that you'll speak, it reflects who you are, something like that. So the imaging and the repetition is really matters for that. Okay, like that. So the people will check. What's the substance of what he is talking about? First, the substance. Okay, of course, the main point. Second, only is the grammar. Okay, how you project the grammar in the public speech. Again, first is the substance and the point of what you are really talking to, meaning your objective. Okay, your goal in order for them to learn because they are your viewers during your speech. Secondly, your grammar, something like that. And you have to check that out, every words that will come out from your mouth. Okay, not necessarily the grammar, it talks about the present tense, the past tense, but what I'm talking is really the phrasing, how you phrase it when you talk in the public speech, so that the people will not call you as lutang, okay? Or as if nothing. And also your profession also speaks who you are, okay? Then if you speak in public, then as if you are only a high school level, and then you are a lawyer or you are an engineer, so that, oh my gosh, it's very, very discriminating, okay, and degrading of your leveling as a professional. And you have to, not to prove, but it will just echo on radiates on the spot when somebody gave you a microphone, just like this. Okay, the microphone is in my mouth, and I have to be extra careful of what are the words I'm talking to this interactive virtual discussion of my vlog. So be sure that I have the capacity and the ability to deliver well before I'm doing this, right? Something like that. I'm allowed to do this. Okay, so we have done now the ionic, and then you go to the compound. So we need to say, guys, going back, if you have a compound and you have to ionize that, okay, in a certain solution, then you have to add water, or let's say any kinds of solvent. Could it be an organic solvent or organic solvent, something like that. Or another term for dissociating or dissociation is called ionization or ionizing. Okay, the word ion is very clear or evident for that, right? So we will use ionization rather than dissociation, but it's the same. Okay, so you add water and then it will dissociate to blah 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 for the charge. For example, I have sodium chloride. Hindi na tayo lalayo. Sodium chloride and sodium hydroxide. Okay, so if I add water like this, okay, both, then it will become sodium positive plus chlorine negative when you dissociate that into the solution by adding water. So in this case, you can determine if they are completely ionized or weakly ionized, something like that, or weakly dissociated and strongly dissociated, something like that. Okay, of course, cation and anion. So sodium positive one is the cation and chlorine negative one is the anion. And means negative, cut means positive. Okay? Those are the techniques really, so that you can really understand what's going on with this topic, ionic compound, something like that. For sodium hydroxide also, we have sodium positive 1 plus hydroxide negative 1. Okay? If you add the charges plus 1 plus negative 1, it will become 0. Okay? So the 0 would really speak up, or that is our identification that our compound is already neutral. Okay? Like that. For example, sodium chloride, there's no charge anymore because that's already neutral upon adding each ion during dissociation ionization. So sodium positive 1 plus chlorine negative 1 is become sodium chloride. So there's no charge anymore when it became a compound. You get the point? Again, when it became a compound, there will be no charge anymore. See, I don't put 1 or negative 1 or positive after combining the sodium ion and the chloride ion. Okay, so compound. We need to say ionic compound, so based on ions. Okay, and another identification of this also, okay, 12 minutes pa. Okay, so meaning to say this is ionic compound already because it is a compound driven by the ions. Okay, like that. So another identification also mga palangga is gonna be metal, right? Correct? Metal plus non-metal. Okay, again, correct me if I'm wrong. Metal plus non-metal. Okay, sodium is a metal. Okay, and chlorine is a non-metal. Okay, so like that, metal plus non-metal. Okay, like that, our identification of an ionic compound. For example, there's a lot, not a lot, only few. When I joined chemistry principal before in my high school days, I always encounter this type of question also. Okay, so blank is the reaction of metal and non-metal. What kind of compound will be produced? A, molecular compound. B, ionic compound. C, amphoteric compound. D, like that. Whatever, chuba. Okay? So your answer will always be ionic compound, metal plus non-metal, driven by ions. Okay? Is there any questions so far? Okay, nothing. My gosh. Okay. So I need to have more examples pa siya talaga mga palangga, ha? Okay. Now, if you really know and if you really want to learn comprehensively, okay, then you need to memorize really the basic, on the periodic table. Okay. So, okay, senior high students that are studying chemistry right now and also first year college, if you're listening to me right now, so I teach you to memorize the basic common metals or non-metals in the periodic table so that you can really understand. But not only that, you have also to memorize the basic polyatomic and ions. I have to discuss right now. Okay, so we need to segregate, and you have to understand what's going on in the periodic table. Okay, like that. Okay, so muna siya, no? We know already what's ionic, and we know already what's ionic compound. And what is a compound? It's very easy. Okay, compound is a combination of two or more elements. Okay, that's a compound, whether covalent compound, ionic compound, molecular compound, or whatever, something like that. As long as it is a combination of different elements. Okay, something like that. You get the point? It doesn't matter the physical properties and the chemical properties that you are adding. Something like that. You get the point? So that's gonna be a compound. Okay? Now the compound is under the studying of the classification of matter in our flow chart in chemistry. We have a very comprehensive flow chart in chemistry, and you have to deal with that one by one. Okay, I already explained that in my last math vlog, right? And I have to go in details one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And then it will reach you to, if you try to study the whole perspective or coverage of science, it will reach you to 10 years, 15 years, that it will not be enough. If you need to scrutinize everything. Okay, you are just lucky that me, for example, I'm taking out Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering. I'm just very lucky that it took me only for 5 years to finish that. The whole frame or the whole portfolio of BS Chemical Engineering. But if you try to dig everything, 5 years will not be enough. Really? Okay? Now, presently, I do my research by myself. I do a lot of readings. Oh, there's still a lot of things that I've learned also. Even though I'm already a licensed chemical engineer, I still learn day by day or usually in my day offs. Okay, like that. You get the point. So that's it. Okay. Now, I will give you an example, guys, so that we can understand. Oh, what's the time really? Tatabian ka sa Sotero. Yes. Nakakaloka. Diba? Okay, so now, our example will be, we'll start with alkali group. Alkali group or alkali metals. You get the point? Because this alkali group will be the best example for this ionic compound. And we have to add that with the nonmetals. Metal plus nonmetals. Okay, but before going further mga palangga, we need to summarize how many nonmetals we have in our periodic table. Okay, so in this case, you have to memorize all because it's easy to memorize 17 nonmetals in the periodic table. Okay, now, so if you're really taking up BS chemistry or BS chemical engineering, you have to target already. How many elements in the periodic table? How many of them are nonmetals? How many of them are radioactive materials? Something like, how many are transition metals? How many are representative metals? Like that, lanthanide group, actinide group. In your high school pa lang. Okay, something like that. Especially if you really want to become a top notcher, something like that, or you need to aim at good grades, academic grades, or you want to become a dean's lister in your school, having a good academic grades, and you have to do that. Aside from learning, okay, the best objective is really not learning, to apply that in your day-to-day life. Secondly, you have to attain or achieve good academic grades, okay? Okay. Again, sorry, I had to tell you this again and again and again. So for example, before I was a presidential scholar, then I had to maintain the grades, right? I had to study hard, something like that, okay? So even though it's not been discussed sa among mga teachers, I still have to expand my knowledge out from the box. The box, B-O-X, is the classroom instruction, right? Then I have to expand my knowledge out from the box. I will go other sources. I will go to the library, something like in my self-study, like that, okay? So my whole life in my education is gonna be like that. Classroom instruction, library, going back to home, study, like that. And it would help a lot. And at the end of the day, you can harvest good fruit out of it. Okay? Ang nakasalalay dyan is your reputation. Okay? We don't have to prove something because, that family really is an academic achievers. This family is known to that barangay. Something. You don't have to prove that, but it will just radiate and echo, okay, during to your academic performance. Okay, something like that. Because there are also people that have a high register of academic information. Meaning to say, the IQ really is high compared to others. Okay, for example, me as an instructor in this university, and then I have to discuss very well. Some students also don't have to write in the notebook. Okay, what is reflected in the whiteboard will always register in their brain cells, even though they did not write. So those students are having a high IQ. You get the point? Okay, so it will save your notebook also. Really? Okay, but there are things also you have to write because it will not register in your brain cells, something like that. For example, if I have to put one sentence and it will just absorb in the brain. No need to write in the notebook. So there are people like that, gifted, something like that. Okay, blessed by the Lord our God to have that kind of academic talent. Wow, academic talent. New terms, right? Okay. Okay, so I have to give you an example. So we go back to alkali group. Wow, nakakaloka. As you can notice, guys, my style of vlogging is spontaneous. There's no such, systematized. What I'm going to talk is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you heard is what you learned. Something like that. Okay, so it's gonna be alkali group. O, ganon. Group 1A. Ganon. Okay? Group 2A. So these are famous. I would go to the popular and most famous in the periodic table, right? Popular. Meaning common. Okay? Like that. Or rampant in English. Common, popular, famous, renowned, reputable, something like that. Okay, those are the same vocabularies. You get the point, or terminology, synonyms. Okay, common, rampant, popular, famous. Okay, renowned. What else? Or reputable, reputable university. Wow. Okay, or known, like that. Okay, so group 1A is gonna be hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium. Wow. Nakakaloka. Okay? Rubidium. Okay? Like that. And then we have also cesium, mga talaga, and francium. Okay? So as early as your high school or senior high school or first year college, memorize the group 1A, and these are the alkali metals. Okay? Sorry guys, if your course only is BS Chemistry and BS Chemical Engineering or BS Pharmacy, Medical Technology, Nuclear Engineering, Petroleum Engineering, related to science, that more on chemistry. Okay? So I'm not forcing you to memorize if your course is not really that relevant to do it. Okay? So if your course is like this, or for example, forensic science also, there's a lot of chemistry for that. Forensic science and forensic engineering. Okay, nuclear engineering, petroleum engineering, polymer engineering, chemical engineering, mining engineering, metallurgical engineering, BS pharmacy, BS medicine, doctor in medicine, so many chemistry there also. Because basing on the food substances we eat, okay, they can relate that if their patients through the different diseases so that they can diagnose well and prescribe well the medicines. So we must also scrutinize the food, and food composed of different chemicals. Okay, that's why we have also a rigid chemistry with doctors. Okay, like that, or the science professionals. Okay, so memorize the basic really, guys. Okay, alkali metals. This one is that alkali metals. Most of our food also have alkali metals. Okay, so that's why the salt. Okay, you get the point. So alkali metals. Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. Wow. And then, it would not be enough. Then you maximize it. So memorize also the atomic mass. Wow. Nakakaloka. So the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1.008 gram atom. Okay, ganun siya ha. Okay. Mugin siya mga technique guys ha if you want to become an academic achievers, dean's listers, honor students, or you are vying for cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude, something like that. Okay. Or you really aim to become top-notcher in the board examination. Or you will try to be competitive, something like that. You get the point? Okay. So sodium is 23 gram atom. Okay. Lithium is 6.94 gram atom. Okay. Rubidium is 85.47 gram atom. Cesium is 133 gram atom. And francium, 223 grams atom. This is very important so that you can determine the molecular weight and the molar mass, helping you in the stoichiometric chemical calculations as you go second college, third year college, something like that. And oh, you memorize everything about molecular weights. Bingo! No need to refer to the book. Oh, diba? So it can save your time. Okay? You get the point. Okay, that's group 1A, alkali metals. Okay. Group 2A, we have the alkaline. Take note the term alkaline, not alkali. So there's a difference, right? Okay, alkaline. Now, this time you have to put earth, alkaline earth metals. Okay, the sound page, earth. Okay, so this is all about now diction and pronunciation. Earth, alkaline earth metals. Oh, diba? Ganon. Dapat i-emphasize talaga yung pronunciation. Okay, mula siya. Okay, alkaline earth metals. Oh my gosh! Okay, group 2A are, okay, beryllium. Wow, nakakaloka. Wow, magnesium, calcium, oh, diba? Like that. And then we have also the barium. Oh, ganon. Barium. Okay, what else? We have also the strontium. Oh my gosh. That's alright. And we have now the radium. So how many elements composed of a group 2A family? A group which is the alkaline earth metals. We have the beryllium, magnesium, calcium, barium, strontium, and radium. Wow. Okay. What are the atomic weights of beryllium? 9.012 gram atom. Okay. Magnesium 24.30 something like that gram atom. Calcium, mga palangga, 40.08 gram atom. Barium, 132.327 gram atom. Strontium, 87.62 gram atom. Radium, 226 gram atom. Perfect! You should memorize atomic mass and atomic weight of each element in group 2A, alkaline earth metals. Any questions so far? Nothing. Okay. Okay, nakuha na. So, I am now in 28 minutes. I have to stop this vlog. Very long. Very lengthy, guys. Makakupot na ganito microphone. It's very lengthy vlogging. Right. Okay. Now, charats. Okay, nakakaloka, di ba? Okay. I have to enumerate the 17 nonmetals so that we will understand really. So these nonmetals are very important in the bonding, chemical bonding, and in the chemical reactions. Okay, or chemical equations. Something like that. 17 nonmetals. We start with the lightest element in the universe, which is discovered by Mr. Henry Cavendish. Wow. Okay, this is hydrogen. Okay, so we have hydrogen, we have the, okay, neon, xenon, krypton, argon, okay, like that, radon, nakakaloka. Okay, we have also the group 5A, right? You get the point? Itong phosphorus. Okay, nakakaloka, phosphorus, nitrogen, okay, group 6A, kasama ito sila mga oxygen, sulfur, gano'n, di ba? Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, ganon. Okay? Also, guys, you may wonder why carbon also is non-metal. Okay? Really? Okay, like that. So how many na 17? May akong ingon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 na siya. So there's still 5. Okay? 5. Okay, so what's that? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and selenium. Not astatine. Astatine is a metal already. Transition, right? Okay? Correct me if I'm wrong, ha? Astatine. This is selenium only. Okay? So these are the nonmetals. Okay? Hydrogen, neon, xenon, krypton, argon, radon, phosphorus, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, selenium. Okay? Then carbon, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, right? Like that. So I think we include the astatine really, okay? Because this is already 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Perfect. 17 non-metals. The confusing part is carbon atom. Okay? Because carbon can be interpreted as a metal by others, including me before, due to my research. Non-metal pala yung carbon na yan, nakakaloka. Okay? You get the point? So, research by yourself also, guys, ha? Because the carbon is very confusing. Carbon atom. It says there it is really non-metal. Okay? To complete the 17 non-metals in the periodic table. Okay? Ganun lang siya. But never mind that one. Just determine the physical properties of a carbon. It doesn't matter as long as you learn that carbon really having an atomic mass of 12. Like that have also an isotopes of carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14, something like that. Isotopes meaning elements that have the same atomic number but different mass number. So those are isotopic substances or isotopes. Okay, something like that. Okay, so now we have to gather the individual atomic mass for this. Okay, hydrogen, very easy, 1.008 gram atom, only two to worry. And the neon, okay, neon, 20.18 gram atom, diba? Okay. Krypton mga palangga, this is 83.80 gram atom. Okay. Argon mga palangga, argon is used in forging in confined space to eliminate the contaminant gases when you do different activities inside the argon. This is related to confined space task. Then you have to purge that with argon because argon is non-reactive. Also same as with neon, xenon, krypton. Non-reactive unreactive meaning noble gas. Okay? Argon is 39.95 gram atom. Okay? Radon, nakakaloka, I love this. Triple 2, 222 gram atom. Phosphorus, okay? A mineral or an element used for our bone health. Phosphorus, okay? And this phosphorus came mainly from the heat of the sun, and that is sun phosphorus. Sun, or the Proxima Centauri, the scientific name of the sun, Proxima Centauri, or the biggest star in the universe is our sun. Is the center of the solar system. So the sun produces or generates radiant heat energy, okay, through the radiant heat of the sun and has phosphorus in it, which is very, very important in the process of phosphorylation, okay, mga palangga, during photosynthesis, so that our plants and trees would have the CHOs, carbohydrates, in which human beings use this our energy. Okay, it's very clear. Without phosphorus, we will die. Okay, like that. So phosphorus is really nakakaloka, 30.97 gram atom. Okay, like that. Okay, and the nitrogen, very easy, 14 gram per atom. Oxygen, very easy also, 16 gram atoms, as well as sulfur, 32 grams per atom. Selenium, wow, it's not common, right? So memorize also selenium. It's gonna be 87.62, okay, like that for the selenium. No, it's not. It is 79.87. Okay, mga palangga. Okay. And then we have the carbon, very common, 12. Okay? So in your memorization, guys, in atomic mass and atomic weight, you have to take note the, group all the 100 plus, group all the 200 plus, group all the 20s, 30s, so that it's easy for you to memorize. Memorize at least only mga 50 elements in the periodic table out of 118. Then bingo, that would be your weapon in solving chemical calculations, stoichiometric problems, dealing with chemistry, physics, thermodynamics, physical chemistry, whatever in your coverage in the physical and chemical principles and also in the chemical engineering major subject. Okay, in our case. Okay, something like that. Okay, ganon. And then we have also the fluorine. Fluorine is 19 mga palangga. Chlorine is popular, that is 35.45 grams per atom. And then bromine, nakakaloka, 79.90 gram atom. Iodine is 126.90 gram atom. And astatine, 80 is 210 gram atom. Okay? So you can easily arrange through their atomic weight. Okay? You get the point, sir? The atomic weight, lesser atomic weight will be on the top if you're referring to a group, meaning vertical column, and then top to bottom, and arrange the molecular weight in increasing order, going to the down. Okay, so that you can easily arrange for that, you need to memorize the atomic mass. Okay, something like that. Okay, because in future examination, sometimes also, which is having a higher reactivity? A, fluorine, B, chlorine, C, iodine. So nga, you don't have an idea. So if you know the atomic weight arrangement or systematized order, then since reactivity is dependent and directly proportional to the atomic weight, then bingo. You can exactly determine which among them has a higher electronegativity, higher reactivity, if you understand really the positioning of each element in the periodic table, in the theory question. You get the point? You get the point, mga palangga? This is gonna be the case. Not only reactivity, electronegativity, electron affinity, ionization, like the atomic radii, or the diameter of the atom of each element. You have also to, boiling point, melting point, like that. Physical properties. Diba? Ganon. Okay, so fluorine 19, and chlorine, bromine, iodine, and astatine. Any questions so far? Okay, ganon. So we go back now to our main topic. Wow, main topic, it takes me a long time to do this. Oh my gosh. Really, guys, I want to become comprehensive as much as I could so that you will learn something also. Quality learning, something like that. Okay, not just very rough. Okay, learning, at least very comprehensive learning. Okay, something like that. You get the point, mga palangga. Now, the Arabic. Okay, now, I have to end this vlog and I will come back again. It's too lengthy already. Guys, if you like this vlog, then you can comment, you can like, and you can even share it to your fellow students or colleagues if you are now working now and then you love chemistry, science, something like that. You can subscribe now my YouTube channel if you also like, right? Of course. And you can click the notification bell for some newest updates of I Am a Senior Eternal Voice. Bye bye. God bless everybody. See you later in my second vlog for this beautiful Friday, April 1, 2022. Bye bye. God bless. My gosh. Diba?